Attorneys of the white men who chased and killed Ahmaud Arbery are asking for an expanded jury pool for their upcoming federal hate crime trial. A joint legal filing by prosecutors and defense attorneys asks the federal judge to seek the jury from the 43 counties that make up the federal court system's Southern District of Georgia. Jury selection is scheduled to begin on February 7th, 2022 in U.S. District Court. Greg and Travis McMichael and their neighbor Roddie Bryan were convicted of murder in a state court last month. The three white men have pleaded not guilty in the federal case. They're accused of targeting Arbery because he was black. So, Dr. Omekongo, this issue with these two murderers continue. Now they're asking for an expanded jury pool. Do they actually think they're going to find people in America who haven't heard about this case? Or is the goal just to find enough Southern good old boys that they'll get off anyway?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you look at this trial from the very beginning, you had the defense attorney who said, we know we need more Bubbas on the jury. And so that is exactly what they're going to try to do. I think it's a great reminder to let people know that we still don't have a federal anti-lynching law. And this could have been a great case study for it right now, which is something we also have to make sure that we're getting past. But this is what they're going to do because they believe that and look, the fact of the matter is, there are people out there. I mean, when Walter Scott got killed and he was on the trial, I believe that there was a jury member who said, I just can't convict an officer. And of course, these guys are not officers or anything, but there are going to be people who just believe that these guys made mistakes or Ahmaud Arbery was the one who was in the wrong. And so they are reaching at anything possible. And I just hope that just as we saw demonstrated with this verdict, that there are people out there from all walks of life, from the entire spectrum, who are going to see that they just slaughtered this man, no matter how much the defense tried to paint Ahmaud Arbery as some type of runaway slave who left the plantation, or try to paint him as somebody who was aggressive as it relates to them, or somebody who actually was wrong to stand his ground when a gun was shoved in his face and that he was the problem. They were still convicted. And I believe at the end of the day, this is going to hopefully be an open and shut case no matter how big the jury is.
I believe so. I mean, Reverend, how do you see this? Do you see this as an issue of no matter how they try to wiggle their way out of this, justice will continue to prevail in this case?
Yeah, sure. I think justice is a concept that first and foremost, we ought to make sure that we keep faith and we understand that true justice is going to be a long arc and we're eventually going to win. We always win. The universe always corrects itself. It's always working for the good. So we can't lose hope in this situation. But just like we can't lose hope, we also can't leave it to chance that it's going to work out well. That's why we're here. Each and every one of us is here in the capacity that we're here, whether we're an upstander, whether we're in the world manifesting what we're manifesting. We're here to make a difference, to be the difference. So even this show gives us an opportunity to give information to people that they would not get anywhere else. When you're widening the jury pool, you're very much looking for people who will be sympathetic. You're not only seeing that happen in the case of Chauvin, who had to take a guilty plea ahead of time, throw himself on the altar of justice. He's throwing himself on the altar of justice because he's hoping that the judicial system will favor him and not go as hard on him. He doesn't want to take a chance with the jury and see the same outcome. But we're also seeing this in the Minneapolis case, in the case with Daunte Wright, the shooting of Daunte Wright. It's about jury selection, but it's also about painting the narrative and what it is. What you're going to hear in that case is you're going to hear something that is created to help manipulate the humanity of a jury. It's a concept called slip and capture. You're going to hear that come up. That concept says that the police officer, when under stress, it's a theory, never been proven, but experts are going to be testifying that when an officer is under stress, they actually can slip and revert to their habits, and their habits include pulling a gun. Never mind that in the case of that officer, the taser is on the non-dominant side, the left side. The gun, the Glock, was on the right side. The taser is half the size of the Glock. Never mind, you slip and capture. This is the narrative that goes to a jury. And if you can find people on that jury casting a wide net who will sympathize with the police officer And you reinforce that with the true slip and capture, and that is, I slipped up, I killed a black man. So what I'm going to do is slip it, capture, weaponize, using my habits, what I know to weaponize. And that's my tears, and that's my emotion, and that's my sympathy for my fellow officers who will switch out guns with me. So the real slip and capture is, how do I capture the hearts and the sympathy of people who are going to let me get off with flat out murder? So these are the issues that are coming up in all of these trials as a continuous theme.
After I rolled my unfiltered video in just one moment.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way.
Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Wow. Roland was amazing on that.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared. You dig?